Sir Flax Curly Defenders, Gios Powers Revealed, Book 1. Written by John Felder.
"Come on, Dad, let's go!"
Giovanni said, pulling his dad's hand. Giovanni, whose nickname is Gio, was meeting his friends at the playground. He didn't want to be late. Dad laughed and ruffled Gio's hair.
Okay, I'm ready. I see the Curly Defenders beat us here,
Dad said when they got to the park. Gio grinned. He loved his dad's nickname for his friends. Like Gio, they all had super curly hair. Gio loved his curls. His dad always told him how unique and special they were. Secretly, Gio imagined that one day his curls would give him a superpower. As Gio and his friends ran around the playground, a storm suddenly came on. The friends raced under the nearest gazebo to take cover. Boom! Pow! Pop! The rain sounded like rocks hitting the ground. And then, as quickly as it had started, the rain stopped.
"Hey, what's that?"
Gio asked, pointing at a shiny object that had appeared by the swings.
"It must have come from the sky,"
said Isabella.
"It wasn't there before the storm."
Curious, the friends crept toward the swings to get a closer look.
"I think it's a fallen star,"
Akachi said. One by one, each member of the Curly Defenders touched the star. Prisha was the last to touch it. As her fingers grazed the star, it began to shake. There was a bright white flash, and the star disappeared.
"Hey, guys,"
Gio said.
"I think the star left us something. Look at that shiny blue bottle." "What is it?"
Joshua asked. Gio carefully picked it up.
"It says Sir Flax." "Sir Flax? What does that mean?"
asked Akachi.
"Look, there's more writing on the bottle,"
Isabella shouted.
"It says, 'Wet your hair and pour Sir Flax on top of your head to release your special curly power.'" "I knew it," said Gio. "I knew my curls would give me a superpower. Come on, let us try it out."
Gio raced toward the fountain, with the other kids close behind. Soon they were all jumping in the water and splashing each other. Laughing and soaking wet, Gio said,
"Okay, here goes."
He opened the bottle and began to pour Sir Flax on his head.
It smells really good. It kind of feels like jelly goop."
One by one, the kids each put Sir Flax on their hair and rubbed it in. Akachi was last. As he poured the last bit on his head, he said,
"Okay, now what?" "I guess we just wait,"
said Gio. The kids sat in the fountain with their heads covered in goopity jelly. They waited and waited and waited, but nothing happened. "Oh well," Gio said, running back to the playground. "At least we tried." Soon it was time to go. The kids said their goodbyes and all headed home.
How about some ice cream?
Gio's dad asked as they walked home.
"Yeah!"
Gio shouted, forgetting all about Sir Flax in his excitement to get a bite of his favourite vanilla Heath ice cream sundae. That night, Gio said his prayers with his dad and crawled into bed. Soon he was fast asleep. But outside, something was happening. The night was silent and the moon was full. At 12:01 a.m., the stars began to twinkle. One broke away from the rest and soared through Gio's window. With a soft pop, it landed right on Gio's head and transformed his hair into coily blue ringlets. When Gio woke up in the morning, he swung his legs over the side of the bed and screamed. There was no bed beneath him. He was floating in the air. Wiping his eyes, Gio caught sight of himself in the mirror. His curls were a different colour. Gio stared at his reflection, his mouth open wide. what was going on. Then, suddenly, his hair began to change back to its original brown with puffy curls. Gio ran to his dad's room to tell him what had happened, but his dad thought it was just a dream. He patted Gio on the head and said,
"Whoa, that is cool, son."
That morning, after breakfast, Gio begged to go back to the park. He hoped his friends would be there, and they were. Gio was in luck. Gathering his friends together, he told them about his amazing morning. "You too?" asked Akachi.
The same thing happened to me,
said Isabella. At that moment, a huge brown dog with a leash around its neck plowed through the group, almost knocking them over.
"Please catch my dog and bring him back,"
a little girl cried. Gio knew he had to do something, so he began running after the dog. The dog was extremely fast, but Gio's legs were faster. Behind him, he heard his friends whisper.
"Do you see how fast Gio is moving?"
Prisha questioned.
"It's like he's moving as fast as lightning."
"I know," Joshua said. "He's going so fast that my eyes cannot keep up." Gio was about to grab the dog's leash when he noticed that he'd run onto an old wooden bridge that had huge holes in it. Suddenly, he fell into one of the holes. Gio screamed for help. If someone didn't save him, and fast, he'd crash into the water below. Then, just as he was about to hit the water, Gio began to float. He opened his eyes and looked around in surprise. Stretching his arm to grab a branch above him, he found himself flying upward. Gio moved his hand to the left, and his body flew to the left. It seemed that wherever he pointed his hands, that was the direction he would fly. Gio wasted no time. Landing beside the lost dog, Gio quickly grabbed his leash. Gio looked back at the bridge. There was no way he could get back across it with the dog. It was too big and heavy. But for some reason, Gio felt strong that day. Bending, he lifted the dog high in the air, as if it was as light as a feather. Not only could Gio run fast and fly, he also had superhero strength. Gio flew across the bridge. Then, setting the dog down, he ran back to the playground. He wasn't sure what was going on, but he did know one thing. He didn't want anyone to see his special superpowers just yet. The little girl thanked Gio for saving her dog and walked away. As soon as she was gone, Gio told the Curly Defenders what happened.
"The Sir Flax Jelly worked!"
Prisha shouted.
"It must have!"
"But why don't we have powers?" asked Akachi. Suddenly, the kids heard a big crash. By the slide, they saw another shiny star. This time they didn't hesitate. They each put their hands on it. There was a flash of white, and the star disappeared. In its place sat a gold envelope. Prisha picked up the envelope and opened it. "Congratulations, Sir Flax Curly Defenders. Each of you have used Sir Flax and activated your curly powers. These curly powers will reveal themselves in time. But remember, only by working together can you harness the power of your curly hair to save the world. Be on the lookout for your first assignment, which will be revealed through a fallen star. Sir Flax will tell you what to do next. Until then, welcome to your destiny."
"Our destiny?"
Isabella asked.
"What does that mean?"
Gio shrugged. He didn't know, but he couldn't wait to find out. The end.
Ready to activate your child's curl power? Visit SirFlaxProducts.com